Hello, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my journey of how I have moderated my drinking the last 100 days. I aim to continue because I do have a health condition and there is a reason behind why I'm doing it. But I don't think I would ever stumble across this community, and I think it ties in well with simple living because moderating my drinking has really allowed for things to flourish in my life that really matter. And yeah, in today's video I want to go through those things that have really improved in my life since I started moderating drinking. So quite often I used to lose count. If I was on a night out, I would never really drink at home, but if I was on a night out, I would lose count after 3 or 4 drinks of how many I'd actually had. I'm quite a big guy, I'm 6'7", but yeah, no, I definitely, used to spend a lot of money on cabs and going out and stuff, and now I'm sort of putting financially and mentally into things I actually really care about. But yeah, I appreciate not everyone can moderate their drinking. Some people just can't, and I know I'm in a privileged position to be able to moderate like that, but I think there is a lot of people that can moderate out there, and some of the things that I'm going to talk about are for people that are sober curious or are just looking to cut down the drinking. There's no hard and fast rule. Basically, it's whatever works for you. For me, what that looks like was 2 alcoholic drinks or 1 alcoholic drink, when at the pub, mixed in with a few soft drinks or zeros, or alcohol-free drinks, and that really worked for me. So without further ado, I'm going to go through what I have experienced and the benefits from moderating my drinking in this video. This one is my weekends weren't completely wasted. It wasn't really the night out that stopped me from having a good weekend. I always really enjoyed night out, or even the run up to a night out. You think, yes, that's the most exciting bit. I still go out, obviously, but I don't have that hangover the next day. I don't have that hangover going into my work week. I don't feel terrible. I can get up in the morning. I can spend time with family, friends. I can nurture relationships. I can do all these things that I might not have seemed as present before. And I can also put things into hobbies and fitness classes and all the things that I want to be able to do, rather than kind of just wasting my weekend away in bed, just rotting there, looking at my phone, then falling asleep again because I feel awful. Yeah, I feel so much better, so much more energy as well. I have so much more energy to do stuff, energy with family, energy with friends. It's just changed my life, and I didn't expect it to change my life that much. And also, your skin improves, and your whole complexion can usually look less bloated in the face, And so another thing is I can think more clearly, which is just the most amazing thing. You don't think this would be a thing, but the clarity is just unbelievable. So what I looked up actually that your testosterone levels actually lower, drop off drastically, after the 5th day, after 3 to 5 days after you've had a lot of alcohol. I found that really interesting, and it explains why I have such little energy at times. Now, you might get the odd peer pressure, that's understandable, and you just deal with that as and when it comes in your own way, just laugh it off. But I've noticed a real shift, and if you're scared of what people will think, don't be. There might be the odd person that makes a comment, but honestly, in 2026, even 2025, people are so much, and in England we have a massive drinking culture, but people are starting to almost wake up and realise that it's not for everyone. Whether you have anger issues with alcohol. I never did. I was always quite a happy drunk. Whether it just doesn't sit well with your complexion or your skin or like your skincare, or you're doing it for financial reasons, or you're just doing it because it's an addiction you have and you want to curb it. Another thing I would note is that I found lots of tips and tricks from a podcast called They Think It's All Sober. Shout out to the guys on there, because they have literally, like, unknowingly, it's helped me stay in check of what the end goal is. For me, actually but moderating alcohol, and that's been really beneficial at keeping me on track, like a weekly podcast. It's not preachy at all. They're both former sesh heads, they're both British, they're like music managers, they work in music, and honestly it's helped so much, like listening to them, like on your commute to work, or on a walk or wherever you are. I'd highly recommend it. I will link it in the description, because it definitely helped me, like, through those big events in life. You think, how am I going to get through a wedding? How am I going to get through, like, when people are all day drinking? How am I going to get through, a birthday? Or how am I going to get through, even if I had a stag do? I'm not married yet, but if I had a stag do, how would I get through that? It's just, it's helped a lot. Like, because you think like all these things, like, people are going to like me if I don't drink, like. And you know what? It's tough at first. Probably that I'm more of an outgoing person, but I can see it being tough for most people for about a year or two at least. So just give yourself time, because it is new to a lot of people, because most events we have like an alcoholic drink in our hand and it gets us through. But you realise you don't need that. You don't need that to succeed. You don't need that to interact with people. And if you just work on basic conversations and just being a good person, have a laugh, that's the main thing really. And if people don't, there will be friendships where you think, oh, it did revolve around alcohol. Also, being able to drive to events, like obviously making sure the alcohol is out of your system before you drive, or any alcohol you've had, but not, you're not having loads. It has made such a difference. Like, Ubers are so expensive now, taxis are so expensive. It saved me a lot of money. Obviously, when I go into London, I try to get the train, because I just don't like driving in London. But anywhere in England, I'm going to drive to. And it's just been so life-changing, just being able to like leave at like 11 or 12 or whenever you're done, and just, you haven't got to rely on people getting an Uber back with people. You just, I'm off now, guys. Thanks for having me, sort of thing. And it's so much better. Like, it's just weird. Like, I love nighttime driving as well. I know that's a bit of a spin-off, that's a bit rambling, but I do love nighttime driving, and I enjoy it. So I'd like to finish off by saying, if you are interested in stopping drinking or moderating, what I recommend doing is log in how you feel and what you've experienced, how your body's changed, your energy levels, how much more exercise you do, room for better meals, or what have you taken an interest in. Just log what has happened to you in that time. Obviously, you don't have to be like me and go, I'm stopping drinking forever. You don't have to do that. Like, the best advice is, to anyone without a health condition, the best advice is just start off small, slowly, gradually build out a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year's gone past, just build up slowly, and you won't even realise after a while, you realise, oh, I didn't actually need alcohol for that event. I didn't need to, because it gets worse the older you get as well, and I just don't want to feel like rubbish. And I don't know about you, but I don't suppose you enjoy feeling like rubbish either. But yeah, I'll definitely link in They Think It's All Sober in the description, because that, I can't tell you how much that helped me. That helped me so much, and have someone actually relatable on the podcast rather than someone like screaming down the mic that drink is awful, drink is bad. I'm just not going to listen to that, because it's just preachy and it's like, it's just not infusing, like it's not inspiring me at all. I get inspired by like real stories of real people and real people that have made change. I know they are real people and I respect that, but having someone that you can relate to, someone from your own country, or or just, if you've got a sober friend, include them and ask them questions about how they do certain things in life. That's certainly what I did. I have a sober friend, and asking him about what he does in certain situations was, on top of the podcast, was really enlightening for me. It really helped me, being able to check in with someone and stay on track, and it's honestly has improved my life so much more. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to link a video up here for later if you want, whenever you want to watch it, preferably now, obviously. But yeah, I thought today's video was really important to talk about. 100 milestone was honestly a really impressive thing I did I started it last year, but it's overlapped into 2026. And yeah, thank you for listening, and goodbye.